Yo, yo, yo. What it do, my people? It's your boy, Dan. Back again. Back again. You see the title. Let me share this to my Facebook buddies so they can hop up in here. Much love to everybody. Highest of vibes on this Thursday evening. You feel me? We blessed. Let me get some light up in here. Let me get some natural light up in here. Oh, there we go. Bless. Let me just share this to my people really quick. Then we're going to dive in. And we gon' dive in. Niggas know I'm riding. Then we gon' dive in. Niggas know I'm riding. Hold on. There we go. Let's tag some people who might be intrigued. You stand for something or you fall for anything. You stand for something or you fall for anything. What do you mean, Dame? You stand for something or you fall for anything. To exemplify with Kyrie Irving and what he's doing. The actions in which he takes today implies, suggests simply that he stands on something. I'm gonna put this to my live, to my IG live too. Fuck it, let's get it then. There we go. Give myself some space to create. Give me some space to create this. Nah, man. It's low-key disgusting, though. Low-key. Low-key disgusting. What are you telling my viewers? Cool. Tell them, then. To see Stephen A. The thing is, it's expected from Stephen A. though. Stephen A. Smith ain't showed me no different in regards to his take and his opinion on anybody who contradicts and goes against that structure. However, to just see it tangibly, the expression of a melanated being in cahoots with the structure, now evidently known for their supremacist nature in regards to ownership, in regards to coaching, in regards to the hierarchy in positioning, it's no surprise to see Stephen A. Smith come to bat for them every chance he could. Every single chance he could. Now to see Shannon go to bat was a little bit more of a surprise. Shannon Sharp is someone who I see who moves around with a certain ethical premise and pretense, which is why I'm not going to denigrate or denounce the brother's name in any fashion, because I think he does have a moral compass in which he gets on Fox Sports Net and actually explains and expresses his opinion and has a strong take for the collective community of Black folks and the collective in general. However, when you work for a company Your opinion and your actions come secondary to the company's opinion. Therefore, your actions are going to be more reflective of that company than your own motherfucking self. So while I do respect and fuck with Shannon, the truth of the matter is you under these systems, these indoctrinating systems that have historically professed our oppression, unless you're a nigga with a ball, then of course they're gonna back you into that corner eventually. Of course they're gonna tell Shannon, hey man, we need you to jump on that Kyrie situation. Talk about how we can't have that. Shout out to Bradley Beal, Jonathan Isaac from the Orlando Magic, articulating his opinion so eloquently in regards to the mandates. Some of y'all might not be privy to how this shit works, but people who even use the word that starts with the V, ends with the E, in between you got two C's and an I and an N. People who even use the word and allege that it might not be the best thing for you. Might not. People who even use that rhetoric, they get censored, they get blocked, they get canceled. If I say the V word too many times on here and I align it with the fact that it hasn't been proven, hasn't been substantiated, the fact that it's under trial right now, we're doing experimental trials right now in 2021 on this substance in which they're trying to mandate across the world. If I even go in that regard, what you think they're gonna do to this video? What you think they're gonna do to this video? They're gonna block the shit out this video. So at some point we gotta ask ourselves, what the fuck do we stand for? What do we stand on? A lot of y'all might come to realize, unfortunately, a lot of y'all might come to realize that ethically, y'all don't stand for nothing. Y'all don't have a moral compass or a principle in which you've created for yourself as to how you're going to navigate in this life. So when the system tells you things like, you know what? If you don't do what we say, you can't do A, B, and C. You can't travel. If you don't do what we say, you know what? You can't eat. If you don't do what we say, you know what? We'll fire you. So when you have no moral, ethical compass to abide by for self, when the system hits you with these dilemmas, you don't have no grounds to defend yourself as to your claim, as to going in opposition to the rhetoric in which they give you. So when they tell you, look, you have to travel. You have to travel, and we know you have to travel, but in order to do it, you have to take these measures. Now, either you're in alignment with their ethical pretense that unnatural ways of healing and living is the way for you to thrive and survive, then hey, more power to you. Your ethics align with the systems. That's cool. But if you don't have any grounds, you don't know what to do in this situation, you skeptical, and then due to your skepticism, you haven't taken the shot. You haven't taken their measures due to the science and then the loose science leading to skepticism. You're in limbo. You're in purgatory. You don't know which way to go. Those people without the ethical grounds, you in trouble. The system will use fear right at your neck immediately, threatening your workspace, threatening your ability to travel, threatening your ability to communicate with other humans, to go to stores, to do whatever it takes to uh, force you into their position. Now, when you do have ethical grounds that might contradict or contrast the system at hand, Kyrie Irving, Jonathan Isaac, Bradley Beal, surely some others who haven't spoken, because when you speak, oh man, when they vilify you for speaking, I seen this in a quote. You get vilified for speaking, that means your word got so much fucking power that you're godly. So shout out to Jonathan Isaac, shout out to Bradley Beal, shout out to Kyrie Irving, because these are the examples that we've been given tangibly. But sure enough, there's more NBA players who feel that they shouldn't be forced to take a substance in which usually is prohibited to even speak on. Under certain policies, I can't think off the top of my head, under certain policies, we're not even permitted to disclose our medical information. But now, because none of us really have ethics, none of us really have grounds, none of us really have uh, knowledge, the awareness to know that we even have these rights, they doing what the fuck they want, because there's gonna be no refutations. And if any, there's gonna be small refutations. The Kyries, the Jonathan Isaacs, the Bradley Bills, the random niggas like me on live who don't have an increment of power to really influence the masses. But you talk about their boys, they puppets, the niggas who are latched on to the structure. LeBron James, most of the superstars in the league, most of the superstars in the NBA, NFL, all of the announcers that they put towards your face, Max Kellerman, Stephen A. I don't give a fuck who they put towards your face. These are pawns working for the system. They're regurgitating the rhetoric from the boss. Y'all don't go to y'all's job and just do what the fuck you want. That's a sure shot way to get your ass fired. So these people are no different. So I don't want any of y'all coming up here talking about, oh man, you should just do. I understand the nature of capitalism. I understand the nature of business. If you don't act in accordance to the business, then they have the right to do what they will with you. I understand that. However, certain people have ethical pretenses that go against the businesses in which they were found or in which they signed a contract and aligned with. Y'all could say that rhetoric with Kyrie. Oh man, he shouldn't have signed. He couldn't. Young boy probably didn't have his state of awareness about the structure in which he's in, to where he's now risen to a level of consciousness to realize that his ethics don't align with this NBA. Don't think he don't love basketball. Don't think Kyrie don't love basketball, because I'm seeing a lot of bullshit rhetoric. Chastising, undermining, demeaning the man's name. I heard Stephen A. call him selfish. He said, oh, if you're a team player and everybody's doing it, bandwagon effect. As soon as you hear everybody's doing it, everybody's doing bandwagon effect. Whenever you hear somebody spew those words out specifically, oh man, everybody's doing it. This is what everybody does. You're following a bandwagon effect. Now, that's what Stephen A. said when it came to Kyrie and when he deemed the nigga selfish. Oh, well, your whole team's doing it. You just focused on me. You're focused on self. That's your assessment from his actions. My assessment might be a little bit different. For example, if we have contrasting evidence that shows that V word, I'm not going to say it, they're going to block my channels, that V word hasn't had or has had adverse effects to some humans, then there's reason to mistrust taking that as a remedy to heal yourself from the whole ordeal outside. There's reason. That's all you need in order to be skeptical or in order to not do something. Have viable reason to mistrust, be it that we've seen adverse effects post-shot and death post-shot. We've seen this. Motherfucker, take that, 2 weeks later, they're gone. Not saying that was the effect or the reason. I'm not in the lab. I don't causation and correlation. I could make my formulations, but I'm not going to be the one to tell you definitively how someone passed. Y'all niggas need to know when the coroners do it, it's guesswork. When the doctors claim how you passed and what's the cause or what's the symptoms, what's the problems causing these symptoms, they're doing guesswork. So I don't know to tell you, but we do have the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is some people took that shit and didn't notice any adverse effects, and they're walking around cool, fine, lovely. Others took it, got immediate adverse effects. Others took it, died within weeks. So when Stephen A is professing that Kyrie not taking it is an act of selfishness, that's because he's working for that system. And that's not adequate deduction because there's other forms of reasoning as to why somebody wouldn't take it. I.e., the reasoning I just gave your ass 15 seconds ago. But let Stephen A. Smith tell it. Oh, he's being so selfish. He's okay because everybody's doing it, right? This is the old adage. If everybody was jumping off a bridge as your team in your unit, you gonna do it because you're a team player. If everybody's doing it, performing in an act of idiocracy just for the sake of the team, you finna go be an idiot too? Everybody drank the Kool-Aid. You know, Kyrie, you the last one to drink the Kool-Aid. Come on, Kyrie, you gotta do it. Everybody else does it. That's not reasoning. That's bandwagon effect. It's sad. It's a shame. It's really a shame because I'm ashamed to be a citizen. Literally, I'm ashamed to be a citizen because it's the citizen's job, one, to protect other citizens, but two, to check this government. That's a system of checks and balances outside of the legislative, executive, and all that shit that they got propagated. But the citizen's job is to protect. That's the dumbest thing. Facts. And pay attention. Shout out to DJ J Grilla. Pay attention to the many individuals when it comes to just life. When niggas have Popeye chicken sandwiches out, the motherfucker might not even like Popeye's chicken sandwiches, but because everybody else is doing it, you got niggas. Let me go see what the hype is about. I'm about to go get me a chicken sandwich. We are so sheep-like that it's oh my god, deplorable. It's disgusting to me. And then when one nigga don't decide to drink the Kool-Aid, or when one nigga don't want to go online for a fucking chicken sandwich that they don't even fuck with, oh man, everybody else doing it? Why you don't? Oh, you one of them? You a weird nigga. Kyrie been called weird for the last 2 years. There's no such thing as normal though. While we out here calling niggas weird, there's no such thing as normal. Normalcy is a concept and a construct in which we create and for other humans to try to be and fit into. Oh, you want to be normal? Why don't you have a certain hairstyle? Why don't you talk in a certain way? Why don't you represent yourself adequately or properly? Therefore, society will accept you. That's normalcy, a nigga's concept. You an individual. You got autonomy. That distinguishes you from the next motherfucker around you. So your individuality makes you distinct. It makes you not normal. The niggas y'all call weird are individuals. Are the motherfuckers who have honed into their own essence and energy, and now they navigate based on how they can deduct in society, how their energy feels to them, in which navigates how they move. They don't navigate based on a construct created in order to be normal. Oh man, he's passing up millions of dollars. Anybody, he's crazy. Oh, I'm seeing where niggas' morals is. Some of you niggas will do anything for millions of dollars. That's what I've come to. Like, if that's what I said, you stand for nothing, or you stand for something, or you fall for anything. So if you don't stand for nothing, a nigga can throw $1 million in your face to do some shit that you might not really want to do, but because you don't have no principles, shit, that $1 million look better than that loose behavior ethics that you created or haven't created. So when it comes to the structure, of course they're gonna train you as a citizen to get money. They made money. They made money to give to you to get their resources back. So really, you getting hustled out the game. Money is a middleman for the resources that they hoarded and stole from the whole land in its entirety. They giving you back shit that they stole. Oh man. Yeah, it's all a butterfly effect. A butterfly effect. DJ J Grilla said Kyrie is definitely being targeted for what I think. And he shout out to DJ. Shout out to Jay Grilla. Cause he says what I think. Capitalize what I think. That's how you know discernment is different. These bots, they claim to know. That's how you can distinguish a bot from a thinker. Bots claim to know with certainty about third-party information. Oh, Kyrie's for sure. Da, da, da. You know for certain. You've been sitting behind a TV, and you know for certain because Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp and all these niggas told you the same thing. He's selfish. He's this and he's that. That gives you the means and the logic to ridicule. That's because you niggas are bots. But he said, "What I think." Not what I know, what I think based on deduction are his past comments on issues. And if you look at his past comments on anything, all you niggas got to do is scroll to his IG. All you niggas got to do is scroll down Kyrie Irving's IG. And what you're going to see is pro-blackness to the letter. Like real pro-blackness. Not like, I'm for black people, Black Lives Matter. But whenever the system come knocking at my door, I'm running my bitch ass back into the house and doing what they say. I don't got malice for none of these pawns. I have no malice, no hate, no ill will. I want best for all of these pawns. But let's call a spade a spade. When the system tell Bron to do something, Bron do that shit. When the system tell KD to do something, KD gonna do that shit. When a system tell Harden or whoever they're paying to do that shit, they gonna do that shit. But when a system tell a nigga with principles to do something, what they do, they check their principles and their ethics and they see if that aligns with the type of thing that they need to be doing. Kyrie Irving is no different from Colin Kaepernick. Most of the NFL players are just going, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. They said don't take a knee. Don't do nothing. Fuck it. Let me do what I can to keep my job. Most people live on survival instincts. So most people are so caught up in trying to survive and trying to make it that they don't get to actualize and create principles for themselves or for anybody around them. So when you in this survival of the fittest mode, when this system who controls the capital comes at you and threatens you, most people in the system is going to be like, oh man, shit, hey, I got to survive. I got kids to feed. I got to eat. I can't, which is much respect. I understand it, much respect. But you have to ask, when will you ever bend? Or when will you ever not concede? When is the line drawn? They tell you to do this, they tell you to do that, then they tell you to do this. All of these things might be indicative of you slowly losing your citizen rights out of the fear of not being able to survive. Mm-hmm. It's amazing to me. And then when 1, 2, 3 motherfuckers out of 500 in the NBA profess and talk differently, they get chastised and ridiculed. They get scarlet lettered. People who ain't taking a shot out here are getting scarlet lettered, meaning they're viewed as outcasts. Motherfucker goes outside to get some breath, and I show my full face. Niggas is out here acting like that's abnormal. Oh, he's in the store without. Why doesn't he have everything covered? Why is he covering? Because I don't believe in the same shit y'all believe. It's not saying something is inexistent. I never said that. But that's me saying I prioritize in breathing before putting something on that causes oxidative stress in order to prevent something in which I'm already taking preventative measures from. Any ailment, virus, disease, I am fortifying myself in the health realm to come up with mechanisms to make sure my immunity is built and ready when I get it. So I'm taking my measures. I'm just not taking the measures these niggas is taking because it don't fit my principles. It don't fit my code of logic. Then you draw the parallel to somebody like Kyrie. They caught this nigga in his sister's house without a mask and he got ridiculed. So that nigga can't even walk around barefaced amongst his family. They get anybody who stand for something. And back to DJ Grilla's comment. Exactly. He don't owe anybody an explanation. He should stand on his and keep it moving. And that's the thing. Like, I say that same shit too. Like, I'll say my opinion, but I'm not defending my opinion to you niggas. I will say my opinion, but I'm not defending my opinion to you niggas. I'm not. So if you come with refutations or, oh, no, that's wrong, or I don't, it's fine. That's cool. I'm just telling you my opinion with the grounds. I have to give you niggas grounds because an opinion without grounds is just some loose rhetoric, loose change in the motherfucking center of the couch. It ain't worth much. So if you come with your refutations, I don't give a fuck about a nigga's opinion. More so I care about somebody's grounds to their claim. You feel me? If you come with grounds and you here to hop in a public square with your antithesis of my thesis, hey, that's fine. Let's talk about it. I want to hear your grounds. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. I really don't. You feel me? Anybody watching this, an opinion don't mean as much as the grounds provided to support the opinion. That's why they call it grounds. Because that opinion needs something to stand on, so we got to give it grounds. You feel me? Don't put a fucking... don't put 8 motherfuckers in a 2-seat car. It's not grounded. You feel me? So if you have an opinion as such, oh man, I think we could put 8 people in a 2. Yeah. So what? It's your stupid ass opinion, nigga. Give me some grounds to provide that. It's all analogous. I gives a fuck about a nigga's opinion, and I'm sure Kyrie's at a point in his life, in his existence, to where he don't give a fuck about. Like he said, I seen a video. He said, look at the people they chastise in our history. Look at the people that they chastise in our history. And if you scroll, like I said, scroll down his Instagram. Scroll down his Instagram and you're going to see Afrocentric teachings. Something that our system deliberately suppressed through the education system. You don't get nothing from Africa in our education system. You're going to see indigenous people spoken about in regards to America. And the constructs of Thanksgiving or Columbus Day be debunked if you just scroll down Kyrie's page. So if this eye is open for you niggas out there, it's obvious why he's still being attacked. I did a video 6 months ago. Go check the shit. I did a video about 6 months ago. I said Kyrie's probably gonna retire because he's found himself, and it's not in alignment with the structure that he was immersed in. You feel me? So be it that he's not in alignment, all the actions that they take are going to be contradictory to how he moves around. That bubble shit was ridiculous. They want to profess. They want to profess in the middle of a pandemic while laying everybody off, firing motherfuckers left and right, telling people to social distance, mask up, stay in the house, don't go outside. In the middle of that, they put a bubble and they felt like basketball was still important. They showed you niggas what's important to them. Capital, not your well-being. Otherwise, we wouldn't be spending millions, probably billions of dollars to keep these sports systems going while the whole fucking world is shut down. Had niggas playing in a bubble looking redundant, and it had the robots in there tuning into the bubble from their home distance, probably masked up in their house in their own room by themselves. Niggas, They done threw away logic. They done threw away logic in today's society, bro, where niggas will walk outside. I'm going doing a walk 6 in the morning on my own block. Ain't nobody even out here. Why the fuck do I got a mask on? When I say I mean them. I don't. But why the fuck would somebody be walking around a block by theirself when this shit ain't airborne with a mask on? These are people moving with fear. They're not moving with deduction and logic, because logic tells you nobody's around to give me anything. Nobody's around to give me fucking anything. Therefore, I don't need a mask right now. This is not me refuting or arguing against the efficacy of a mask in crowded areas. This is not that in this video. This is me arguing that I'm ashamed with fucking citizens who dismiss logic for fear. And that's a lot of people taking that shot. Not everybody. Like I said, some of you may believe. And the thing is, I believe under righteous pretenses, we can come up with a concoction that can boost people's immunity and prevent people from sickness. I do believe that. What I don't believe is that this system in place is willing to do that for us. Relative to who I am as a black man, melanated, and relative to who I am as an American citizen. When has our system just been so vehement on healing us? I will stop when somebody gives me 2 anecdotes. You give me 2 anecdotes that show the system is consistent with trying to better our well-being, whether that be through the education system, whether that be through the incarceration system, because you see there's no reformation going on in these prison populations. Anybody with cousins, brothers, family, and friends who've come from prison, these niggas come back lost. They come back so indoctrinated and institutionalized that it's hard for them to function. I've literally had people say, I feel more comfortable in jail because they've been indoctrinated. So that system don't provoke any type of well-being for the people. And then you got the advertisement that they control. They never tell you about sea moss, turmeric. That's my auntie. What up, auntie? I'm on YouTube too, so they might not get you on YouTube. I'm gonna tap you in a minute after I talk to my people. I'm gonna tap you in. I got you. But you see the advertisements on TV. Preventative medicine, like DJ Grilla says, meaning, oh, we'll give you some shit to mitigate the process for maybe a couple of hours. Then after a couple of hours, you got to go back to that same pain, man. How many of us have older siblings who have a cabinet full of medication? I need to. Why am I even calling it medication? Dame, why you doing that? Cabinet full of drugs. I'm about to tap you in real quick, auntie. I got you. I'll tap you in and put you with the YouTube. All right, we could talk about the. Hey.
Hi, gorgeous.
What's up, Grandma?
I love you.
I love you too, Grandma.
I laugh so in your book, I have to stop. First of all, I have to have the dictionary, you know.
You're not the first person to tell me that.
Well, those are words that I've heard it used, but I always like the meaning. I want to know exactly.
I'm the same way as you. That's probably where I get it from.
Okay, I have to, and I mean, words that I've used, but still, I want to know the exact meaning and how you put it. You're hilarious, though. Hilarious. But you're a little angry too.
Yeah, well, it's molds. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be one way all the time. I got different modes. You got the humor side.
But you're an eye opener to people. That's the thing, because on pages, hold on, I have pages that I mean, you should see how I got asterisks on each page because it's saying things that I have known all of my life, and for you to hit on it, excuse me. He's right here. Relax. But oh God. Go ahead. What's the phone for? Go ahead. Go ahead, baby. She's just really distracting me. But what I'm saying is that you are hilarious to me because some of the same things that you speak on, I thought that. And I don't give you an amen because you're my grandson.
Right.
I give you an amen because I think the same way.
Right.
On page 51, I have things underlined, autonomous, deadhead, fixated solely on the obstacles of Black America.
Oh, yeah.
Room with another stereotypical elderly and middle white female. Boy, it's just, you take so many comparisons,
Right.
That's just wonderful.
Yeah, thank you, Grandma. Thank you.
How long did it take you to, formulate all these? They're not opinions; those are facts. Because you are a ruler, you know that.
Right.
You tried to correct us.
Yeah. I know, and that's the irony. I think the irony in it is the beauty of being wrong, but it's also me trying to bring rightness to the table. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's just
it's an observation.
Exactly. Anybody with pithy observation can take the things that I say and deduce, okay, I can't really disagree with that. We don't have the perception. I don't have your perception entirely,
right.
But we family, so ours is more closer and relative. So that's why we got an understanding that's similar. But I can't see stuff like you. And then you take that, like you said, with the Republican white lady, the old me and her in a room.
That was so beautiful. I love that.
There's no way we're gonna, you know what I mean?
But you respect that. That's what I like.
That's the whole point. If I assume wrongness in my opinion, then I can better hear somebody who has a contradicting opinion, so it can help me grow.
Well, you must have thought about a lot of things.
To be honest, like that thought, like I tell Auntie Gina all the time, like I don't take credit for some of the thoughts because I'm not responsible of the signals I receive. Like something higher created me to receive these signals in the way I do. So once I get the signals, now it's just on me.
Can I ask you that? What do you call that? Those signals. What do you call?
I call that that's a gift from God. That's a gift from the higher power. You feel me? The higher power gave me signals, and now I take these signs and I choose what to do with them. Whether that be.
But you know what I like? That's not religion. That's what I like.
Exactly. It ain't got nothing to do with religion. It got everything to do with higher consciousness. You feel me?
Yeah. That means you're in tune, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That is so beautiful. And the way you're spacing your life, because when I go deep, I'm not trying to, put a halo on you, but you've always been intense.
Right.
Always been intense. And that's a combination of your mother and father.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You come from rich, your grandma, Mary Hamilton, was just, a genius human being.
And then also it gives it not just credence to like our genes. I always say this, Grandma. I'll be like, regardless of the hardships my mom and dad went through, just acknowledging who I am and looking at my brothers and how we exist in this universe, we were given some good ass genes. I always say that, like we were given. So I always be thankful for that. But even if you aside from that, I take my experiences into account that help shape me in certain ways. Like you might not know how big of an influence you bringing Scrabble was to our house. That was one of the first mechanisms I got to really like English. You know what I'm saying? Like language. And you used to watch Jeopardy. And you used to ask us to play Scrabble.
I still
Yeah. Yeah, I'm already knowing. But like that short time in which you were at my house, and you see now manifesting the book and becoming who I am, all of those experiences help, literally. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that was the purpose. You know, that was our time. And that's why I know people in America really, Americans do that. Money is, but your time with another human being is so important.
What up, Auntie? You mean mugging?
I'm gonna go to the store, so go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going because it's time for lunch. It's lunch time. I twisted my ankle, so I need to be laying down.
It's smoothie time or is lunchtime?
No, we had smoothie at 5 o'clock this morning.
Oh, okay.
Where are you, at home?
Mm-hmm.
Where are the children?
With their mom. I don't watch them today. I watch them tomorrow, so.
Oh, that's beautiful. So you got time for yourself.
Yeah, today I'm just chilling. I was just on live talking to these people, you feel me, about some social issues, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna make a couple runs, probably like in an hour or so.
Have you started on another book?
Book? All right, I'm gonna give you full disclosure. This might be the last time I tell anybody. I'm almost done with my 4th book.
Okay.
I already wrote the second and third one are already set to come out in my head, at least at certain dates. You know what I'm saying? And they're fiction books.
You gotta show me how to get mine published, nephew.
I got you. Any way I can help, I'm here.
Oh, I might want you to write it for me. You want to write it?
Hey, I'm with that too.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm with that. You paint, you outline it, and then I can fill in the blanks from the outline. You get what I'm saying? How you want it to be, what chapters.
No, I wasn't thinking about it. I was just gonna dictate it to you and just write everything.
Oh, you mean you're just gonna talk and you? Then you gotta record. You record a monologue and then you give it to me and I can put it in. Yeah, I could do that too.
Okay, now I've already started mine. Oh, okay, thank you. From my childhood.
Yeah.
So, I know. She's bragging. No, I'm not bragging. It's just that I had a little. Every now and then, I guess. You want lunch? I guess. What can you guess? I don't know. I can't do like this. Right. Because I always have my stuff in the house. And I don't come over here ready. It's my fault. I don't know what I want. I want to eat. I know that. Oh, my fucking nerve.
Y'all got the best relationship. I love that relationship. You feel me? Because it's all we care. And then that's realness too. Like, you know, we talk our shit. We go back and forth. This is what a relationship is about.
You ain't got to agree with me all the time.
Exactly.
But 90% of the time, see, I don't stay around anybody that I think that I can't learn anything from. You know, I don't like dullness or passive or you know, you don't have to agree with me. You can, because I can look at another side. You know,
precisely.
And I like that because, yeah, you look wonderful, baby.
Thank you.
I talked to your mother last week.
Yeah.
That fast talking heifer.
I tried to call her. She ain't answered my phone. She probably don't remember my number, but I tried to call her a couple times.
I don't know if she has that number or not. I called her the other night and she had me call her back later on.
Right.
I'm in prayer for her, you know.
Mm-hmm.
so much. Oh God, you talking about a genius?
Right.
That one.
Right.
Just the limb don't fall too far from the tree.
Right. Right.
I guess a lot of her emotional pain, she tries to medicate that. You never know how a person becomes traumatized in life.
Right.
You never know. But oh God, what she gave to this earth. These 6 geniuses. It's amazing. And I often wonder how you feel, and I try to imagine, because I know you miss her,
Yeah.
But you got the willpower to go on with your life and let that be. That is fantastic.
Definitely.
That is amazing. But you had to use your brain to figure that out yourself.
It was like
and not have any hate.
Exactly, and that's the thing. People might garner resentment from something like that, and then learn to. But you really have to assess the situation in its entirety to even have a conclusion as to what's going on. And
I can imagine.
When I was a kid, there was nothing for me to properly assess. It was just lack of understanding. But once I grew to really see the dynamics of everything, the relationship mom had with dad, how they, the lifestyle in which they live, and then the lifestyle in which our mom was forced to after our dad died, which spiraled her life in a certain way to where it was uncontrollable.
It was so traumatic for her.
Exactly. So for me, I was like, yeah, we went through some shit. Yeah, I went through some. Yeah. She was going through some shit the same time. So
trust me.
Exactly. So it's like there is no room for finger pointing at that point. It's like, okay, now that we all know, we know that we've been through some shit. We know that we've been traumatized. How do we reverse the curse? How do we switch it up?
Yeah.
I will never hold malice towards nobody in the family. Honestly.
I often thought about that with you, and how do they feel about Angie? Because Angie is my second child.
Right.
So she's embedded in my everything. That's my baby.
To be honest, nobody has. The only thing I have would be, I got hypothetical moments of like, damn, what if mama, like, I would like to have my mom here to see what I just accomplished. You feel me? I would like to just be able to talk to my mom and pick her brain. I know she a genius. I remember this anecdotes in my head that I remember how she used to get down cognitively, and just knowing how I am cognitively, it's like, dang, she probably would have been a perfect match for somebody I could talk to whenever I needed it. So,
but it's still time. It's still time.
Right, exactly. I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful about it, but at the same time, I don't put expectations. I don't put expectations there just to lead me to any type of disappointment. You feel me?
I was getting ready to say to be void, of expectation and just be open. Be open.
Exactly. I'm just hopeful for the best.
What you do. Because when I told her, when I was on the phone talking to her, I know that had such an effect on her, and I know that. But when she talks, she said, "Mommy, call me back, no matter how late." She's still my little girl. But whatever pain she's going through, she feels, in my mind, I think she feels that you all are equipped. That's what she feels. And
she wouldn't be wrong. She wouldn't be wrong with that assumption. She wouldn't be wrong.
Okay.
She would be right.
Okay. Yeah.
My thing would be, is that coming from a place of logic, or is that coming from an unconscious guilt place? You know what I'm saying? Because like sometimes mama tell me like,
well, you never know what another human being feels. She doesn't have to share, and that's pretty. I think she doesn't want to cause any more pain. That's what that is.
Right.
And then unless she gets her head clear Oh boy, see, me being an addict, a recovered addict, I know that it takes time for you to analyze uh, what pain you feel, why you feel, and you don't want to feel pain without um, putting stuff in your body.
Right.
See, I take everything on because I'm thoroughly detox.
Yeah.
I don't do it. So I have to rely on what I call my higher power.
Right.
And it's not something you go to church and learn. It's something that you feel from when I decided to stop drinking because I wanted to raise my children.
Right.
And there was a power that I asked for to take the taste of alcohol because alcohol did the job for me.
Right.
But then I knew that you're not, when you're going through what Angie's going through, you don't lose all consciousness. You know that when you decide to keep doing what you're doing, that you haven't let go and let that higher power work. See, I knew I had to let alcohol go in order to keep my kids. I knew that, or else I would have died. So, but it takes some time for a person to surrender that feeling of numbing yourself all the time.
It's almost like possession. It's almost like you're possessed by something outside of you. You know what I mean?
But there's a power greater than that.
Exactly. Within you. To eliminate that possession that has, they call it God and the devil, but it's metaphoric. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it, it's a metaphor.
Whatever you call it,
Right.
And it's not something you learn in church. Oh, but those two sisters in that church, how you figured that out.
I was like,
yeah. I go, you should see my book. Can you see the pages?
Yeah, I can see it. Written everywhere.
Yeah, I love it. If you don't, if another person that ever what it did for me, I know what's going on for you. You're good for the world. Your world, however you want to make it, you're good because you got a deep.
Yeah.
You examine this thing what we call life.
Yeah.
What you've been told and what you see.
Yeah.
You said sisters in church.
Yeah. Definitely. But
you had mercy on them, though. You really did.
Because that comes back to the place, like you said, of what my overall goal is. Anyway, it's not just to expand people's mind, but it's to get us to connect with each other and love each other better. Like people use ideas to divide.
And that's an example of how you treated those girls. You were merciful with them because they didn't know any better. Hopefully that they learned some knowledge later on.
Right.
That bullshit,
Hopefully they pick up that book and find some.
I'm trying to. If they read the book and recognize it,
they be like, "Oh, he talking about me."
Yes, I've thought about all of that. You don't know how I can't get further because I stop to think and laugh about it, and I think about them that you